Hello students, welcome to Concept Online Classes. This is our second lecture of periodic classification of elements. So in this lecture we will be covering about the Mendeleev's periodic table. So let's study what is it. So the Mendeleev's periodic table. Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, a Russian scientist, he was the first to make a very significant contribution in the formation of periodic table. He later on stated the law of chemical periodicity, in which he said that chemical properties are repeated after a certain period. So he stated the law that when the elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic masses, elements with similar properties are repeated after a regular intervals. So this repetition of properties of element after certain or regular interval is called periodicity of properties. Okay, Mendeleev used the atomic mass as the basis of the arrangement of elements. According to him, elements were arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. He took the basis of arrangement of element is atomic mass. So it believes that there was a periodic reappearance in their physical and chemical properties. Okay. So let's see what it is. Its periodic table. So when Mendeleev started his work, 63 elements were known. Atomic masses and oxides formed by various elements were chosen as the basis of classification of elements. Okay, so the atomic masses of elements and the oxides formed by those elements were chosen as the basis. So while arranging the elements in group and periods, Mendeleev laid more stress on similar properties and made a certain adjustment in their atomic masses. Okay, so when he was arranging the elements in group and periods, okay, he put the more stress on atomic mass, that elements should be arranged according to their atomic masses, and he also corrected some atomic masses of the elements which were wrong. So his periodic table consists of 7 horizontal rows called periods. Okay, periods are shown in the picture like horizontal. Okay, horizontal rows and the vertical columns. Okay, the vertical columns are called groups. These are designated as one, like first to 8th. Okay, so except 8th group, each group is divided into 2 subgroups. Okay, A and B. You can see it in picture. So each group is divided into 2 subgroups. A, it is constituting the representative elements, and the group B constituting the transition elements. And 8th group contains 9 transition elements. Okay, what are representative, what are transition, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, just remember the names. It was just classified into A and B group. The transition elements are generally your D block element. You will study them in your higher classes. Okay, and rest are called as representative elements. So its advantages of or the achievement of this periodic table was the systematic study of element. While developing the periodic table, Mendeleev kept 2 things in mind: the increasing atomic mass and grouping of similar elements together. So this was the arrangement that he was the first who has given the systematic arrangement of elements. Okay, at this time 63 elements were known, so he arranged all of them in increasing atomic masses. And the second achievement was the prediction of new elements, because in this he has the picture has not given the blank space, but the Mendeleev predicted the properties of some unknown elements and left gaps for these elements to be filled in future when they were discovered. So he has left some gap in his periodic table for the new elements to be discovered. For example, scandium, gallium, germanium, you can see it in group 3 in fourth period, gallium Ga, and in fourth group, fourth period, germanium. Okay, so he has, so scandium, gallium, germanium were not known at that time, but Mendeleev already named these elements as Aka boron, Aka aluminum and Aka silicon, because they were coming after it. Okay, these elements were coming after it, and these elements were later on discovered, and they were found to have more or less similar properties as predicted by Mendeleev. Okay, when these elements, gallium, germanium, scandium, they were not known at the time of Mendeleev periodic table, but they are given in this table. So he predicted their properties, and he told that when these elements will be discovered, they will have these kind of properties. So that was come out to be true. Position of noble gases, the another achievement. When noble gases were discovered, they were placed in a new group without disturbing the existing order. Okay, in this group or in this periodic table, noble gases were not discovered at that time, but later on when they got discovered, they were placed separately. Okay, they were not disturbing this whole periodic table. And he has done the correction of some atomic masses. Okay, the atomic masses of several elements were corrected on the basis of periodic table. For example, atomic mass of beryllium was corrected from 13.5 to 9. Similarly, gold, indium and platinum were also corrected. Then comes the drawback or limitations of Mendeleev periodic table. It's because this periodic table was also got rejected or failed, but it has the main contribution in the formation of our modern periodic table. Without this Mendeleev periodic table, the modern periodic table could not be formed. Okay, so it has some limitations or drawbacks of a Mendeleev periodic table. For example, position of hydrogen was not fixed, it was uncertain. So because it resembles the alkali metals, alkali elements, and it was also resembling the properties of halogen. So this was the confusion that how the or where the hydrogen should be placed, and the position of isotope, because isotopes of the element, we all know what are isotopes. Isotope of an element have similar chemical property but different atomic masses. So since the basis of periodic table was increasing atomic masses, so isotopes of particular element should be placed separately. And there was anomalous pair of certain elements. You can see that in picture, like Argon is placed before potassium but potassium has a lower atomic mass than that of argon. Cobalt is placed before nickel. You can see their atomic masses in picture. So tellurium placed before iodine, like these. Okay. So these were the drawbacks, that anomalous pair of certain elements were placed. Uh, he has grouped 3 elements together in 8th group. Okay, similar elements were placed different in different groups. For example, silver and thallium, barium and lead, copper and mercury. So these were little drawbacks of the Mendeleev periodic table. Here the Mendeleev periodic table is completed, and next lecture we will study about the modern periodic table. I hope you like the video. Please like our FB pages and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. You can also buy these videos on our app also. Thank you.